My success is my handwriting. My success is my handwriting.
Hi, I'm here to share an idea which remains a concern with almost all institutions across the globe. And by the end of this video, I hope I have a solution for you, and I'm sure it'll really work. I'm talking about handwriting and improvement of handwriting. Across the globe, institutions have been using either a copywriting book or a 4-line book for the same. But really, does it help? It doesn't. Let's discuss about the handwriting improvement through copywriting or 4-line book. Does it really work? Usually it starts at early school and goes on till about 8th, which means a student usually takes about 8 to 10 years trying to improve using a copywriting or a 4-line book. But after that, still we find that the handwriting has not improved. So does it really work? Let's take the case of copywriting. Here, why doesn't the person's handwriting improve even after 8 or 10 years? The reason being, it is not a problem with the teacher nor with the student, but with the method. In copywriting, they are given a particular image to copy, and that is what they have been copying, and that is the wrong method to improve a handwriting. To understand this better, or for an example, take the copywriting book of the same child and the subject notebook and compare the writing. You will find there is a huge difference between both, written on the same day. So we understand that we need a scientifically proven, unique method to improve handwriting and not copywriting. Now let's try to understand what handwriting is all about. It is at the same time a skill, a science, and an art. So are you with me for a little experiment? I request you to take a piece of paper and pen for this little experiment. First, what you have to do is you have to write down your name and the name of your school. Don't you know that fingerprint is unique? Similarly, handwriting is also unique for every person. The best way to identify a person's handwriting is to look at the way he writes his name. And that's why we wrote your name and your school's name. I request you to write the word good, G-O-O-D, 3 times in small letters. Now identify the pattern of writing you follow. Is it cursive? Is it print? Or is it mixed? Look at the 3 words you have written on the paper and underline the G in each word. And now compare the 3 small G's what you have written. Look at the 3 words you have written. Underline the G of each word and let's compare these 3 G's, the first, second and the third G. You will find differences. You have written it. Why the difference? It's the same with the other letters also of the word. Why this difference? If you closely observe, all the letters of the word good move in anti-clockwise direction. Take the letters of the English alphabet. You will find that many letters, they move in anti-clockwise direction. Many letters move in clockwise direction. Some touch the upper line, some touch the lower line, and F is the only letter which touches all the lines. Now it's clear. Though English has only 26 letters in the alphabet, there are 7 different movements with which we write these letters. That is the complexity in the handwriting improvement. Every child knows the letters of English alphabet. The problem arises when they are trying to write a sentence or a paragraph. Why this problem arises? Because they are missing something. What are they missing? We have to understand that handwriting is nothing but movement skills. So the child is devoid of that skill of movement. So now let's try out this technique. I request you to make a few lines slanting upwards from bottom to top. Now I request you to make the same lines with a tick moving upwards from bottom to top. So now do you realize that when you are starting with a tick and you move up, it's much more easier than before. Years of research to fix the issue of movement skills, Veda Handwriting Lab has devised a sure shot and unique simple technique. And the technique is called tick up and tick down technique, which actually means any letter of the English alphabet either starts with a tick up or a tick down. Further to this method, Veda Handwriting Lab has devised 5 frames, 5 methods, and 5 letters for the improvement of handwriting and solving this movement skill issue. Let's experience this and understand it more. Today, I'm going to teach you in this session 1 letter, 1 frame, and 1 method to improve your handwriting. Let's begin to learn the first frame. What you have to do is start with a small tick, move up on a slanting line, and end with a curve. It looks like a slanting grandfather's stick. So make a few slanting grandfather's stick on the piece of paper. So we have learned the first frame. Now the same slanting grandfather's stick, move up, make the curve, and come back in a curve in an anti-clockwise direction. And we have the first letter, the letter C. Now the same letter C, the tick, the curve, the downward curve, move up and come down, you form the letter G. Why did we learn to create a frame? Draw the grandfather's stick and form the letter G by touching the edge, coming down and moving up. Now draw this 2-3 times and you will find that you can easily write letters which look very, very similar. Let's try another letter. Take the same tick, tick up, the slanting grandfather's stick, the anti-clockwise C, moving up, and an upward knot, you create the letter O. Again, do it once more and you will have 2 O's. Now with the same slanting grandfather stick, anti-clockwise C, moving up and coming down, you create the letter D. Within a short time, what you have learned is to create the slanting grandfather stick, moving down the C, forming the G, moving up again, then both the O's and the D, the word good. So, good. Now look at the good you have written at the top. Observe it and see whether you have written cursive, print, or mixed both. Now let's come to the last part of this demonstration. I have told you that writing or handwriting is an art, a science, and a skill. Do you believe that it is an art? Then you should not be writing letters, but drawing letters. I want you to try out writing the word good using the air tick method. Join me in as I write here the slanting grandfather's tick, the curve, the C coming down G, and the curve, the C, it becomes the O with a knot, again another O, again the curve, the C down, going up and down. You understand and realize that you're putting zero pressure when you're doing the air tick method. Let's do it again. The slanting grandfather's tick, the C becomes the G, then the O, another O, again finishing it with the C, moving up and down, it becomes good. When you're writing, you're putting pressure, whereas in air tick method, it's zero pressure. So the next time you write, try writing or try drawing these words with zero pressure. Let me make it clear. When you look at the words, if you have joined all the four letters, then it is cursive. If you have not joined any letters, then it is in the print style. If you have joined maybe 2 or 3 and left one letter, then it is mixed. Let's take our pen and start writing with zero pressure on the paper and feel that effortless movement when you write the word good on paper. So for one last time, join me in doing the air tick method, fingers pointed outwards, zero pressure, the tick slanting grandfather's tick, moving down, the C, going up, going down, and the curve again, the C, it becomes the O, knot, zero, the knot, the C, the moving up, then down, you've written the word good. As I told you earlier, handwriting is an art, a skill, and a science. Now, when you write, feel that movement, feel that effortlessness. With zero pressure, when you write, did you get the sensation of drawing and enjoying the free flow? I'm sure there is a difference between the first good you wrote and the last good you wrote. You can feel the difference. The difference is that the first good was untrained and the last good was with a little training. Our efforts at Veda Handwriting Lab is to bring out a unified method of writing where the teachers and the students follow the same pattern of writing. Now you might have the question, why teachers? The answer is simple. When the teacher knows how to write, it is easy for them to teach a child how to write. Take a day at school. The child goes to the school and he has about, say, 6 to 8 classes. And the teachers come and they write in 8 different ways. Child psychologists say that the child imitates the teacher and they are the second parent. What will happen when the teachers write in different ways and the child gets confused? So it is always beneficial to have a unified policy of writing where all the teachers write similarly and the child learns it better. It is beneficial or advantageous to have a unified policy of writing in every institution. To make this movement easy and practical for you, we have created a board called the Manicule Memory Board. Veda Handwriting Lab has come out with a complete kit. This includes a training manual, a practice manual, worksheets, and the Manicule Memory Board. And the entire process is aimed at giving you legibility, neatness, and speed in your handwriting. Let me bust a myth for you. There is a misconception that when you write more, you improve your handwriting. But when you write more, the child actually repeats the same mistake over and over again. Instead, he has to be taught how to write correctly, and that improves his handwriting. Veda Handwriting Lab and the kit is the first of its kind, a unique, scientific handwriting improvement technique. With this, you solve the issue of having problems with handwriting forever.